Welcome back to Captain of Industry. My name is Nilaus and I am your guide on this Let's Play guide, walkthrough, tutorial, whatever the hell you want to call it. I hope you can call it what you want, but as long as you are engaged and having fun, then that is all I care about. I will be doing some things off camera between sessions because I feel that they are irrelevant to what we're doing here, so that I can focus on moving forward with the series and show you new and exciting things instead of sort of tinkering things like moving things one tile, which is what I want to do. For example, but I will mention it. This one, it turned out that these belts were not actually connected. Maybe you noticed that in the previous episode, but they were actually below ground. They were not connected. And when I started connecting it, I realized that there are only two tiles. There were only two tiles here, 1, 2, and then there was the line. So I had to move the whole thing over, because you have to have, if you have a one tile up, you really should have 3 tiles before going in. And then I also had to move the rubber plant, and while I was at it, put it into a box. So nothing really has changed over here, but we have a nice little compact build for oil, diesel, and rubber, and our fuel plant. What is our objective today? Well, our objective is all about this fella here. He looks healthy, but he is not. He is, well, ships are always women, right? They always have female now. Oh, the HMS Unsinkable. There we go. That's your name. And if it sinks, then it'll be the HMS Unsinkable 2. I don't know. HMS, is that Her Majesty's? I don't know. I have no idea. You can correct me in the comment section if you like. Now, we are going to start with the repair of this shipyard. And then we're going to do repair of the ship afterwards. But in order for us to really get going, we are going to get one more batch of people inbound. And we are also going to build here another one. So we have a... Wow, that was not what I wanted. There. Let's get that going. That's going to take a lot of construction parts. We have housing, we have the captain's office, and we have edicts. Let's build a captain's office, because that's a really cool thing that I want to show, and I want to have a bit of fun with. A captain's office, oh man, they're so expensive. Yeah, well, it has to be, right? It should be over here, I feel. Then it's just over. It's anywhere. Captain's office. So captain's office is basically where we hang out, and we need a good waterfront. So we got the nice smell of the ocean here. It is ridiculously expensive. 200. What it does is it allows you to do some edicts, and you will research more edicts. There are appropriation edicts and industrial edicts. Basically, if you are running out of maintenance, then that's a good thing to do here. Then you can say, hey, I wanted to use 15% less maintenance. It costs 1 unity. Or you can do a farm boost or something. So it's basically when you're in trouble, when you are spiraling towards your doom, then you can just do one of these and it'll just make you spiral 15% slower towards your doom. I don't know if that was a good sales pitch. What I also want to do here is this thing here. I don't think it's going to be really effective. I think I'd actually like to turn around, because we are going to need to get some water into this location as well. All of this is something we do while we wait for this to be completed. So I'm going to start a few sort of design projects, and then we're going to take a break while they complete, or sort of skip forward while they complete, and then we go for the next. We'd also like to get irrigated farms. This one's already starting to consume all of our stored Mark II construction parts, and all of our Mark I construction parts. They are not doing so hot because we've actually been running a bit out of iron. Why are we running out of iron? We're running out of iron because we're running out of coal. Why are we running out of coal? Well, because over here we have 6 of these, but they have to drive so damn far. Have to go up to this location for the copper we built last time. They have to go to the iron, and they have to go to the diesel and rubber production over here. They also have to go into this part as well. They're all requesting it. So I want to just start up a few design parts, and then we'll get those going. This one, I'd like to make it a bit bigger. See, it's raining, so let's use that. I don't know how big it should be, but I also definitely know that it should not be going towards the left, but it should go towards the right. That I can definitely say. That is not working. Why not? Oh, it's not working because this doesn't have an intersection, so it needs an intersection before it'll realize the output here. That one. And then I can, now it will connect, and again over on the side it'll connect. Good. Then I will build a fluid storage. Let's build 2 of those, right? 1, 2. And that will now be able to go out. I will bring it into this line here. So what you need to be aware of at this point is that these pipes here are pushing towards the left, and I need them to push towards the right. And I'll bring this in here so it's not too much in the way. And it's height 2. That's perfectly fine for us right now. That one, and then go in here. Right, so at this point I also want to show another thing that was mentioned in the comment section. So I had a problem with this one not tagging before, and it's actually when you press R, you can see there is a marker lower right hand corner, something that works. If I do have it here, then it will connect. If I do it the other way, then it will not connect. So that was my problem. It was not sort of some weird game mechanic. It's broken. Oh my god, the game sucks. All of that stuff. No. It was very simple. Me not knowing what the hell was going on. We will unpause all of this. That might be a bit much to unpause. But what I will do is I will prioritize this. Oh, I can't even go quickly in here. This one can't be built because there's no way for it to get in here. So we'll keep this flowing for just a bit. That is a big thing that's now being built. What I also want to do here is, this has been a bit unfortunate. As you recall, last time we built a little slope down so we could get a lot of sand, and we were super happy. Now we have sand, except that now they're all full of sand. That sucks. So even if we set 1 to sand and 1 to limestone, then they end up just taking too much sand. So what I need to do is, what I feel I need to do is do like this. I still have a problem with getting rid of all of this. That's something I haven't really figured out. Well, I do know a solution to it. And the solution is down here. This is just made a dump site where we can dump things. But if we dump sand as well, if I want to tell it to dump specific things, then what I can do is I can... Okay, first of all, I can also just remove this because now that is done. Then we can set a mine control tower here. I'll put it back because I'm probably going to also explore out here. So if we build this mine control tower, we can also say that it's allowed to put sand in here. So it'll also dump sand. That. We will prioritize this just so that it gets done at some point. What we can also see here is that there's a slope here. That slope is actually useful because that's how it connects, but I don't need all of the slope. If I cut out some of this part, then that's a better place to take out the sand than actually digging a hole in the sand. So that's another thing that I want to do. That'll be another little constructor here, another one there, and this one will be digging some sand. It's easy to look at the sand. I will flatten it, and then I'll go... Oh, that's not flat at all. That's flat. There. Yeah, I know that's outside. I'm gonna do it like this, and it is the area, so the area will fit with this location. There we go. So this part can now be dug out and be focused on sand exclusively. Now I will allow shortly sand to be dumped off here, but that's only to get these two cleared out. Where the hell did they go? Oh, they went over here. Oh, that's interesting. Did you see that? So even though it's not built, it actually still knew that it was allowed to dump sand there. Interesting. Huh. That's peculiar. Okay, well, totally new information for me at least. So we'll get this one here. That will be our sand digger. And here these are, this one is still digging up, now it's not digging up sand anymore. It's digging up limestone, which is good. Should fill up with limestone, and well, this one has sand. That's okay, we'll just keep it on sandiness. These have been getting all of the wood because we have tons of wood. That's all good. That is all good. I think we're at a point where we have issued a lot of build commands, and what is... Now normally, what is the best part to do is just let it build it. Sort of just wait a bit. Normally, if you're playing a game yourself, then you would sort of be building one thing and then looking at it. But since this is an episode and I have a limited amount of time, I want to just queue up these things. And then all we can do is just go with a little whoosh, and then suddenly it's all built. So let's whoosh away our troubles. So the captain's office is ready to go, and I think that's a good point for us to dive back in and see what we're up to. The captain's office here, we can now set something up here. For example, if we are feeding and rolling out maintenance, we can always do that. Oh, and workers needed. It takes 20 people to feed this. Hold on, that's kind of really important. Then I have to turn it off because if I have homeless people, it seems like the food consumption goes up by a stupendous amount. And this is actually already getting built. That is excellent. So we are getting this. I had to prioritize here. So that all of these, and I've also upgraded these to electric so that you go faster, like the things we do. And we are starting to chop into this sand dune here. Aside from that, nothing much has been done while I was doing this. I've rotated this, and the water is now coming in from these rain reservoir things. I can probably drag out to a bit more, but not a lot more from this. And also, the ship dock is ready. That is not what we want to do. Here, we can then take the ship, and then we can start going this one. It's really important. This one will need 15 people, plus this one will, this captain's office will take 20. So we definitely need more population here. And now that we also have the last of these builds out here, so it's glorious. Now we can request more because we just got one population. We got up to 420 population. So we get some iron in here. The iron is still something that we're running a bit short on, but that will be a good thing. Now, what we should be very much aware of is that as soon as we start sailing the ship, this ship needs a lot of diesel, like a lot of diesel. And that means we are going to burn through our diesel extremely fast and something extremely busy. That's also a new thing in the very latest update. It doesn't say like 99 or something like that. It just says busy, very busy, idle. But anyway, diesel is something we are going to be running through quite a lot. And I think that's a good thing. We're also here. We are getting to the research lab. And once we hit that research lab, you can see everything beyond this point requires research labs here, and that means we can't really get it. We can't get anything of this. So what we can't really get any more science. What are the most important things? I'd like to get the maintenance depot. So because I am mortally afraid of maintenance, then the very best research in the game is that one over here, advanced logistics. It will save so much traveling and make it so much easier. That is an episode in and of itself. But we will also what we are going to build is we will start looking at some power production. So we'll take power as number 2, and then we'll go into here, that number 3, and that is number 4. There, that will be our objective. These cannot work at all anymore. So what I need to do is I might as well take these out because we're going to be rotating them somewhere else. Is the ship repaired? Almost. We are 27 workers. 27 workers. I could set this one up. Let's have a look at something. If there's something we want here, growth path, growth boost, health boost. Health boost is pretty nice. Plenty of food. If we have a lot of food, we can actually just get extra unity if we just allow them to be, overeating, I guess is the word we're looking for. Right. What we also need, then let's build the new ones, because what is really interesting about this research lab is it has an input and an output. I don't know what the output is for yet, but I know what the input is for, and that is for inputting. If we go here, we now have a new item. No, it's only on the electric ones, I think. Let's see. Yeah, lab equipment is only on the electric ones. So we will need to make an electric build here. Once the ship is ready, we'll send it out. Don't worry. That'll be the first thing we do as soon as it comes out. As soon as it's ready. I will build you right there. And you will be only doing mechanical parts. And then I will link you in from this location in and hide it from down here, because it so happens that it's exactly the same two materials. That's why the whole thing was planned all along to be put into this location. And I will now build these next two. I'll build you here, and world exploration is ready for us. The world is ready for us. That is glorious. And I'll not build this one, because if I build this one, then they will start flowing out on the belt, and I actually don't want them to flow out on the belt. We will just let this go to start with. So once this one starts working, it'll start building some lab equipment. That lab equipment will be used to build here and here. And then after that, we'll start putting it in on a belt, so we don't have that. Let's get started with the exploration. It's finally here. We will load up the crew. and we will send you out into the world. This is still active. I think we'll get enough once on the map. So hit tab to go on the world map. Only thing we've been doing on the world map is just trading. So now we will need to do some exploration. Now we can take our little ship and we can click it into a location and we can just set it out to explore. It now up here you can see the see the status. It is now on the move, and then after it's on the move, then it will transition to being exploring, and once it's done exploring, then we can get it. Meantime, these ones can be deactivated, and I think it's also time for us to start working on the irrigated farms. They will require, we can see we need 45 and we have 18 of those, but it's working, it's getting there, so time for us to start getting some better farms. I will look at our overlay. We have over here, we have water and we have coal here, and that means our big future power plant will be over here. That's also why I'm starting to remove these trees first, and then I'll remove these trees afterwards. And that means we are going to build, like right here, a big water reservoir supply thing. And here, let's just start building it somewhere. They're not going to be built because we're just going to do this. So each one of these is going to pump out 48 per 60 seconds. So I can't put 2 of these into one belt because that'll be overfilling the belt. If I look at future here, there is going to be, this is the water soil level. There should be somewhere. Oh, we reached the location. That's not going anywhere. They messed up the dashboard here. What are we looking for? Yes, no, that one. No, this one. There will be like a reservoir over here with the water pumping in, and then the water soil level. And then if the water soil level goes too low, as it is now, it will start taking from the irrigation and putting in here. So we need to put water into the water tank so it can go into the water soil level and maintain a water soil level. Right now it's drying out. So that is definitely a thing, but it will require about 30. So I'm going to count on, or 30 something. So I'm going to count on some of it coming from the rain and then 24 coming from here. That means one of these can feed into 2 locations. That's how I'm going to do it. Let's have a look at the exploration. What do we get? Our ship has discovered a damaged cargo ship. That is absolutely fantastic. That's probably the best thing we could get. A damaged cargo ship here. So we can start a repair. That will mean that when we come back, we can schedule 240 iron to go in here. The cargo ship is used when we find a sawmill or an oil mill, an oil reservoir that we can then start working on. Can we go there? Let's explore to this location and see what we'll find. That cargo ship is going to come super handy in not so distant future. We will build at this location. We'll have some that's good. And then I will bring it up. I think it's pretty clear that we want to bring this up so they can drive underneath. I was also considering maybe keeping them at ground level and then having a bridge, but I don't really, I'm not going to say I don't understand the bridges because then people will go like, well, actually. So so far I feel that it's better to bring it up here. That has less disadvantages. 1, 2, 3. Oh, it's misplaced. It's supposed to be here. And one more. Maybe like that. I'm building it here. And that should be a location where this is coming out. And what do we get? We found a settlement. Hooray. Wow, we're finding good stuff. So this is a different settlement that has different trading options. We also have something called contracts that I've never seen before, but it sounds really interesting. We can sell washing machines for copper ore. Doesn't seem like the greatest of ideas, but okay. We can also sell cement for coal. Also doesn't seem great, but maybe later on that will make sense. We can sell some construction parts for some chicken. Interesting. It doesn't seem like we need chickens to build our factory at this moment, but it's good to have it. But the good thing here is that if we really run out of diesel, we now have an option to buy diesel. We can also buy glass or wood, rubber for wood. Oh man, if I have to do that one day, you can officially yell at me. This is slowly getting there. Unfortunately, it is truly slowly. So this we can go on. Keep it up. And it's going to be 1, 2, 3. How do I know it's this one? Experience. Or trial and error, more likely. There. That should now be ready. I don't really like the fact that this is so damn slow. Maybe it's because these are... Oh, these are also requesting it. Right. But you have that. Okay, and more stuff. We can also now get the automatic builds inbound. Oops, on pause. And the ship should be coming back. How are we doing on this one? Not so great. Nothing flowing. That's weird. Oh, the iron is actually not keeping up. I think that might be due to the fact that we now need to start. We are actually going to need 240 more iron. What would be nice is upgrading our iron. Actually, it wouldn't be nice to upgrade our iron. It's just nicer to make sure that we get this. Huh. We have 4, now 5 located here, and it's still not enough. Interesting. We'll go a bit deeper into the mountainside here. And then we'll also go over to this location. And I will remove this, and I'll then take a different shape. Edit area. There. That's the new area. And we'll also need to make a hill down to get the stuff below ground. But right now we'll take the stuff at ground level first. At this moment, as much as I'd like to get the start loading the ship with 240 iron, I don't think it's a good idea, because I'd much rather have iron going in here. Damn. Oops, cannot reach location. How did you get stuck there? You are... That is so odd. Why can you not reach that? Is it because you got stuck in there somehow? Yeah, you did get stuck. Huh. Alright, we'll recover. I don't know how it got in there. It found a way. This... Maybe we need another digger for the iron. I don't know. Maybe we'll throw another digger in here. Because why not? That is progressing. We have fuel, but you can also see the fuel here is starting to drain on our fuel locations. We have 0 workers available. I really would like to find some workers out here. So let's head out to this location. That's a short ride away. Usually the most common is actually you find workers out here. Oh, look at this. This is going to be full and nice. Great. We have really good unity. So if we could have 20 more people going in here. What we have to be mindful of is that right now we have lots of food, but we won't be continuing to have lots of food if this is if we keep expanding. But we'll get some more people inbound from the ship. This is going to take the other ones. Okay, but we could allow all of that to get built easily. We'll also edit this. There's just no point in having it go build the groundwater pump before it builds the irrigated farm. So let's make sure that it gets in sequence. And we are now out of resources. What are we going to shut down? We're going to shut down you, because we don't want to have this one operational. We'd like to get it, but not here. Get 1 more iron. It seems that iron is our main issue right now that's kind of holding us up. So I will just prioritize iron for you as well. Okay, they are kind of coming. No, it's not coming in fast enough. Still needs to go. And we got the location explored. This is when we're on 26 population. Lots of rubber, copper, and vehicle parts. That is glorious. Then we can just go back with that. And that will just be our influx into increasing our population, mainly coming from population like this. This is now extremely in the way compared to where we'd like it to be. We could move it down here, because then we have lots more space. Maybe that would actually be a good location to expand our factory towards the ocean instead of towards inwards, because that means we have more space in here. I think that's a good idea. We'll get the population back. Everything here is working. Everything here is working. What is not working? Yeah, it's the iron that's not working, but I think we'll get it. It's also like consuming pretty quickly. This is good, and they're now coming to Okay, one of them is working. Let's make one. Oh, here. It got in, and we got a lot of more people. We can enable this, so we get the maintenance depot too. Our maintenance is pretty close. We can get a maximum of 220, and we're consuming 180, so that is a lot. Again, we have to keep in mind our oil demands here. As long as these are full, then I am good to go on sending the ship out again. So off we go, out with the ship again. Let's take that one, that's close. We will also be able to meet pirates. That's not good. That's why we also have the option to build some guns and armor on the ship and a larger fuel tank so we can reach further away later on, but not right now. Okay, is this one finally getting there? It just empties so damn quickly. It is really puzzling to me why I'd need so many here, but you know, I just keep scaling it up until it reaches an equilibrium. And these ones can keep going, and I probably need more here. There we go. Keep going. I think we have enough now. This takes a bit of time to stabilize. But I also have 6 trains here. Or trucks. But I only have 1, 2, 3, 4 here. Where are the other ones? They're probably over by the refueling. So here comes another one. There should always be one waiting. So as soon as this is full, there's already another one waiting. Like this. Now we're at a point where there's always one waiting. So we have all 3 of them actually swinging all the time. Wow, that's a steep cliff there, just munching on. Oops, it cuts it down. Hopefully it doesn't collapse. I guess we'll find out. See, this is how it works. This is how it's exactly supposed to work. There should always be a truck at ready and standby for loading. This one's now standing by here. This one's standing by here. That is absolutely glorious. That's exactly what we want. Good. Location explored. More population. Can we go further up? Yes, we can go further up. That's almost certainly going to be a pirate there. This is now looking much better. This is getting better, and we are getting more parts. What are we missing in terms of parts? And let's see. Over here, we have the first one done. This one is not done. That's kind of the only thing remaining, right? So now this has a water tank that's obviously not going to be filled up because we don't have the water tank coming in. But it just completed. Let's see. That's the only construction part we have available, or it's the only ongoing construction. So this is the one that should get all of the focus for construction. As soon as we have that, we'll be starting to fire up the other ones. I can, and probably should. Oh, I could have done that much better. Because from here, and then I go inbound. That doesn't work. It has to be, there has to be like a line between them. It's a bit of a shame here. What? Keep going. Looks good. And it's going to be, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. And then hook it up. Keep pushing. That is number here. Good. So that's now done as well. And you are getting there. Okay, so one more, and then we have water here, and then we can start the next. So that means we just need to wait for it to get this to get to 20. It will get to 20 now, and that means we can click. And I will now upgrade the next one. I want to make sure that we do things in the right order. And this thing here can be updated because that's just construction parts 1. No orders. Oh, you're no orders. Oh, look at that. What we found. Actually, I have to do this way. So we see we found a sawmill. So what that means is if we send 200 construction parts 2, then we can repair this. I can always just start repair. It doesn't mean that we have to do anything. And then we can actually get wood brought in by one of our cargo depots. The cargo depot being a research that now unlocked because we did get it here. So we can now get it. This is cargo ship technology. You can only research this after you found the first broken cargo ship. So that's definitely a thing that we want to do in a not too distant future. And aside from this, once we have these upgraded, that's upgraded, and we'll get the other ones upgraded. That, oh, this is upgraded. Now we can have the opportunity to change this from leaving it fallow to, see, this will give us only the natural replenishment, but this will give us 3.6 extra replenishment. So we'll go with this extra replenishment. It gets us 9.8. While this one would give us 9.2, so it's a small improvement at the cost of some extra water, which is something we can only really sustain if we have direct water inbound here. And it is connected. You can see here it went up to 60, so it does connect when this one upgrades. That is good. And this will also, yeah, it'll get there. It'll get there. We don't have this because the water pumps, we keep holding back on the water pumps until we want to focus on our farm upgrades first. There. And the ship is back. So now we have the option of fixing the cargo ship. And that's some iron we need. Is the iron better? Nope. So we don't waste iron. We can start loading the ship with 200 parts too. That's also bad because this is kind of what we are also waiting for. So iron and construction parts 2 are the two things we're waiting for. I can go to this location. It's pretty far away, but let's take the shorter ones. That'll burn through less fuel. Yeah. Actually, we have to also be mindful of the fuel. I'll put one more truck in there. Maintenance depot is working. What are you not working? Missing input products. Oh, okay. It's coming in, but slowly. Why are you so slow? Oh, because they're not electric. Yeah, I could upgrade this. But I do have 2 of them. Why is that not good enough? Okay, get this. All right, so we now have 2. I will change to the better crop rotation here. We also have vegetables, but I just don't see vegetables being better. Like if we compare them, this is 58 over 3 months versus 60 over 4 months. So clearly we get more from potatoes. You can also make chips out of potatoes, and vegetables, you can only feed it to rabbits. I don't know why you would want to feed vegetables to humans. That doesn't make sense. But this can be turned into chips, and that's food. So then we just need some chicken or some fish or something, or some meat. Then we're all good. We have a solid diet. And if we find some rabbits, we can make some vegetables to feed to them. Yeah. And now let's see. We are starting to accumulate. That's good. And I mean, the next one we want to get is here. Location explored. What do we get? Oh, wow. An ocean drilling technology. So that means we also can use our cargo ship to go here instead. If we want to repair that, that's 120. That's much more valuable to do that first. We'll go out and explore. So we can see we're exploring quite a lot here. And it's also going to burn through our diesel production, or diesel. Yeah, available diesel at least. And this should be... Okay, that is 20 construction parts. Yes. And then as soon as we have the other 20 construction parts, we can just force feed them in here. Where are we at? 15? It's coming, but it's not as fast as it could be. I think we need to scale up the iron here. Like now it's saturated, so I think we need to just build it slightly bigger. That's one of those things where it's not that interesting to do, so we can just do it, right? And that is basically a doubling of the iron build now. I don't think I need a doubling, but I think that it's nice that we try at least, instead of making it from 2 to 3, I also made them move closer so it looks nicer, and we block less of the sort of main pathway through the base. This will be getting there slowly, but it will get it, and they are extremely busy. What we just got as well is the new maintenance depot. So I can, and I should, upgrade these ones as well. Although I think it's much more valuable to make sure that we get our farms updated. Wow, that's crazy good. That farm is getting upgraded, and we have now, that's a good sort of main thing to do here. Good. So I wanted to make sure that while we've been out exploring, what we've been doing in the meantime, I can also enable this so that everything is enabled. Right. So what we have now as have here, we have repaired the shipyard, we repaired the ship, we now have a damaged cargo ship, we have a sawmill, an oil depot that we have discovered, we have built our labs Mark II, we have improved our water collection, not amazing, we've doubled our iron production, and we have now converted our farms from normal farms to irrigated farms, and also fed water into them. The third one here, this one, and the next one as well, we'll go over to this area where we'll build a new power plant, which might very well be one of the next things, because we're starting to, with all of this extra machinery that takes power, we are going to need more power, and I don't want to burn diesel for power forever. I want to go into sort of mechanical power instead, some steam turbines, that kind of thing, instead of diesel generators. So that is where we are with the base. I hope that you've enjoyed it. I hope that it's also instructional, and hopefully also a bit of entertaining. What I am trying to do with this series is to cut away, plan things in advance, test things in advance, so that you will see something that is hopefully coherent and not too much, oh no, what's happening, and oh, this doesn't work, let's retry it again. So that it's sort of a continuous story of how we explore and expand this base. If you want to be sort of more on the trailblazing part, then I would encourage you to come on over to Twitch, where I am streaming this game Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 8 p.m. Central European time, and that's where we sort of learn new technologies, come up with new designs, so that I can bring them back into this series for you to enjoy here as well. Also, of course, I should mention, I do have a Patreon, so if you want to support the channel and the work I do here, so I can continue to keep ads and sponsors, that kind of thing, ads integrations out of my videos, I really appreciate it, so thank you very much to all the sponsors, all the patrons who are supporting the channel, thank you very much. Until next time, as always, take care and stay effective.